Mitram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps Education Channel. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. We are continuing our explorations in population explosion, human demography or demographics. This I have many other presentations on diverse varied topic. Your education channel, YouTube channel, South Asia Maps JRD. You can go and look there. There are more than 300 plus presentations put in round about 30 playlists of variety of topics. And today's presentation is on Bangladesh, Bengal, East Bengal, part 14. The population density of the Bangladesh regions, or we can say there used to be districts at that time, now Bangladesh, we can say the regions of Bangladesh. That is a very, very interesting topics. Lot of presentations which are generally Eurocentric, they only talk about the European countries, not that much Asiatic, African countries. The point is there are 170 million people in that part of Bengal, the land of Ravin Babu and Qazi Nazrul Islam. The Bengal is a very fascinating land on the planet Earth. Hamari Bangla Bolo Bashi and Amari Sonari Bangla Ravin Babu wrote long back, and one life will not be sufficient to understand Bengal, the language, literature, the rivers, and so many rivulets joining, merging and joining, entire downstream of Gangetic Delta. And after 1947 partition, we are talking about East Bengal, east of Radcliffe Line. That means the east of Howrah, the Hooghly River and Bhagirathi River, also called Bhagirathi River, and these are the divisions. We look at the regions, their population in millions and population density per square kilometers. That's very, very important. And in order before that, and I have like global perspective of the population density per square kilometer, population density in the planet Earth, intuitive way of comprehending in part 6. Here suffice to say that 55 people live in per square kilometers on the Earth. If you take away the deserts and so on, we can double it nearly to 110 people per square kilometers. India has 444, Pakistan 275. The critical factor here you say is 1111, that is the Bangladesh. This is a very big country, the real country, not a micronation like Mecca or Monaco, where more than 1,000 people live per square kilometer. So knowing Bangladesh is very, very important, East Bengal. That's why I have made a separate presentation here for my audience. Excuse me. Before we get into further, these are some of the divisions of Bangladesh, or used to be the regions. Rangpur in the north, Rajashahi in the west, Khulna and Barishal, of course the capital Dhaka region, and Mymensingh here, Sylhet or Srihat, and Chittagong here. This is the population in millions. These are the 8 divisions we serve. That means you have around about 160 or 170 million people divided by 8, given average of 20. So most of them tally round about here, round about 20 here. But there is a doubling here, 39 million people in the Dhaka, the population in that division. And Chittagong division is also very high population, 28. So that distributes them uniformly. And you can see how the people are distributed. On average, we saw that Bangladesh has a population density here, 1106. The numbers may tally little bit because the year I calculated are put in, so that one you have to keep in mind to have a proper comprehension. So if you say 111111, that is 1111 people living per square kilometers, and 960 here in the Rangpur division, and Rajashahi little more than 1000, because this is mostly Sundarbans area. The Kunna and Barisal, they are below average of the 1000. Of course, the capital Dhaka region, Dhakeshwari or Decca, and has almost double the population density of the East Bengal, Bangladesh, Purbi Bengal. Chittagong also has very high density. The close proximity, Mymensingh also, almost the average. Sylhet, Srihat, bordering the Barak Valley, Surma Valley, has around about 800 people, humans live per square kilometer. And here, excuse me, here I have given Bangladesh around about 1200 people live there. 170 million people divided by 150,000 square kilometers, that gives around about 1200. Taiwan has 650 people per square kilometer. South Korea, Rwanda, Burundi has around about 500. Haiti and Netherlands, India have around about 425 or 444, and so on. Excuse me for my allergies. And how does this population compare to global level? Here I have given for you. Dhaka, again, 40 million people is almost like Ukraine. This is the third or fourth, fifth or sixth maybe, because Germany has 8 and Ukraine has 40 million people. The Italy and the France and United Kingdom around about 60 to 70 million people. So it may pan out around about 7th or something like that. Anyway, Dhaka, 40 million people, close to Ukraine. Chittagong division with 28 million, Ghana, and Khulna division 22, Romania, and Rajashahi 18 is South American country, Chile, and Barisal, the Barisal region, and the 11 million will be Zimbabwe, 13 million, and Mymensingh region, Cuba, 11 million, and so on. I have accounted here. How does this fit in? And the entire population of the planet Earth is 8,000 million people, among which Chin has 1,500, India 1,400 or so, United States, Indonesia, Pakistan around about 220, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria the same. 8th largest country, populous country in the planet Earth is the Bangladesh, Purbi Bengal, East Bengal. That is the very, very important, we need to keep in mind. Here again 2011. Excuse me, the population densities have given, so I think these are also 27, so that's 1107. Now they are little more, but this gives a broad idea. All these divisions here, these are the areas in 1000 square kilometers, 20,010 or so. The population in millions, we have seen that population in millions, and sorry for this, let's go back. And you get the densities per square kilometers. Excuse me, 1 square kilometer is 1. This is almost like you can think like that. That is 100 hectares and 250 acres. Let's say you have 1,000 people live in that 250 acres. 4 persons per family will be 250 families. That means that entire 1 square kilometer, a family gets only 1 acre of the land. And start imagining about that. They have to go their food. Of course, they have to have their habitation, their house in that 1 acre. Almost 50% of the land, assuming the arable, means very less. And you have to have some area for railway lines and the schools, a certain portion for that family. Government buildings, public utilities. So you can see how much the population, ecological load the land is facing, and the habitat damage, destruction is happening. Thus the entire concept of bringing this population series and population densities, and that should put you in proper perspective. And other related population series you can see in my human ecology population series. I have talked extensively about them, and you can also go about them. At the time I mentioned Bangladesh, every decade puts 16 million people to the planet Earth every decade. This decade, next decade, next decade. We don't know how long it will continue like that. And those excuse me, who are interested further, and you have to know the areas. And I had a series called Game Series, Geographic Areas Made Easy. You can look in the playlist game. There I discussed about this geographical area, 150,000 square kilometers. So Pashchim Bengal, 88,000 square kilometers. These are 1,000 units. 88 is West Bengal, 150 Purbi Bengal, Sikkim is 7, Bhutan, Kingdom of Bhutan 38, Arunachal 83, and Assam 78, and so on. The Nepal 145, same as almost Bangladesh. Bihar 100, and you can look at it. For those who are again further interested to know, I have a fascinating series talked about the 11 divisions and 61 districts of historic Bengal presidency. I think I had many series there, and you can look at them. That is the presidency division, that is the capital Calcutta, 24 Parganas, and Khulna, and Jessore, Nadia, and Murshidabad. Other the 11 divisions, 61 districts in the Bengal presidency. Bardman division I talked about, Bardman division, and Bardman division, Dhaka division again, Dhaka division, Chittagong division number 4, number 5 Rajashahi division, that is the western division close to Ganga river, and Rajashahi division, and Assam, the eastern part, at that time for lot of years after Treaty of Anbo, the Assam division, part 6. We talked about Surma division, that is mostly today's Srihad district, and Surma division, and Patna division. Bihar was also part of Bengal presidency at that time. Patna divisions, Bhagalpur division, and Chota Nagpur division, Vanachal, southern part, Jharkhand regions, and Orissa division, Kalinga Utkal. So that is for those who are more interested to dig in further. So in essence, we talked about the fascinating East Bengal, Purbi Bengal, the land of Rabin Babu and Qazi Nazrul Islam, and great poets, and also Bakim Babu and Swami Vivekananda, and so on. 170 million people with a population density of almost 1200 people per square kilometers. Mitram and Bandhuam, see you later in other presentations, and if you like the presentations, you can go and access the site, and I really welcome you taking some time and putting certain comments or suggestions to improving this channel and bringing this knowledge in front of the audience. And see you later in other presentations. Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps.